Mm, Good afternoon, sir. What I choose in this topic is informative speech about drugs. Drugs, as we all know, are an illegal matter which some people drink, smoke, inject, or eat for mental well as physical effect that it leaves. There are several students who consume drugs out of fun or for various other reasons. People who deal in the selling of drugs create a network mainly targets students in order to make them addicted to drugs. The drugs are sold to the student for free, and when they get addicted to it, they start buying and consuming it. In fact, the students are eventually become a part of their network and start dealing in it. It observed that the students are consuming drugs out of stress or unfair expectation of their teacher as well as parents. Lack of emotion support and disorder in their family make them vulnerable and increase their dependency on drugs. They use it in order to calm down their state of mental agitation. Other than this, it is poverty that compels some students to become part of a selling and dealing network of drugs and derive their pocket money. Therefore, it becomes like a various circle of drugs addicted students, from which they seem to find no escape unless the society comes for their rescue. Sadly, the students fail to realize that consumption of drugs has been severe impact on their physical and mental health, such as they start mental disorder, their intelligence level decrease, experience deadly disease, and untimely death. When one completely succumbs to the temptation of drugs, it gets very difficult for him or her to discover from its impact. Except in the Center for Drugs Rehabilitation, where they gain a new life, but which involve a high cost. In fact, there are many cases to where even rehabilitation center fail because of the worst condition of the patients. How to stop using drugs? Number 1, be committed. Unless you are seriously committed to a task of breaking your addiction, you are not going to make it. Understand that it takes time to get sober, and you have to be patient and motivated. Your motivation can come from many things. For example, you want to rebuild your relationship with your spouse, children, or other family member. Consider creating a list of all these reasons that will motivate you to try everything to get sober. 2. Rules how to stop drugs. Find a rehabilitation center. Whether you have been taking cocaine, meth, barbiturates, or benzodiazepines, you need to bear in mind that withdrawal can cause life-threatening consequences. You experience seizure or even have to deal with other complications such as convulsion, stroke, or respiratory failure. It is therefore important to find a rehabilitation center detox under the expert's supervision. Even you do not experience any life-threatening withdrawal symptoms, you may still experience other problems such as hallucination or anxiousness. Being under expert supervision will help deal with this problem in such better way. Third rule, how to stop drug addiction, work with a counselor. Even after you made up your mind to stop taking drugs, you will still need help from experts to keep you motivated. This is when it makes great sense to see a counselor, both individual, group counseling. Excuse me. Counseling may make difference. Cognitive behavioral therapies is especially beneficial in identifying what makes you turn to drugs. Talk to a doctor and ask them for referral to help you find the best drug addiction counselor. 4. Rules how to stop drugs. Exercise regularly. When learning how to stop using drugs, you just can't ignore the importance of getting regular exercise. Your body and mind will be under stress when you are struggling to beat drugs addiction. Regular exercise helps relieve that stress and make you feel better about yourself. Considering joining a gym and working with a personal trainer to improve your health. 5. Rules how to stop drugs. Create a plan. You have to change your lifestyle and make out what can tempt you to try drugs once again. Making a following plan for living without drugs can help keep you on track. You shall have a plan to deal with discouragement and boredom. It's quality important to determine how you are going to meet responsibilities. Work on idea to deal with different situations such as social gathering, stressful conversation, and so on. While creating a plan, you have to consider every aspect of your life, such as parenting, relationship, work, interacting with others, meeting obligation. 6. Rules how to stop using drugs. Try urge surfing. If you're wondering how to stop using drugs, you can try urge surfing. Urge surfing is a mindfulness technique of dealing with relapse. You have to understand that your urge is going to become worse when you try to suppress it hard. You can ride them out by accepting your urge. You have to understand yourself better and know what you feel and think about your addiction. Rate your urge on scale of 1 to 10 and try to engage yourself on other activity such as writing list, cleaning the junk, putting away laundry. Check your urge and rate it again. If you still feel strong, continue doing something else to keep your mind distracted. 7. How to stop drugs. Get support. You can make things a lot easier by finding the right support. You need to support throughout your recovery process, and it comes from friends, family, or other people. You can take part in support group and listen to people who have managed to break their addiction. Listen to the experience and struggle of someone who has recovered from addiction. It can be a huge motivation. You have to think that if you can do it, you can do it as well. A changed mindset is also need to improve your chance for success. 8. Rules how to stop drugs. Take care of your health. How to stop using drugs, you need to plan how you're going to live a drug-free life. Rehab and treatment are important to help set things straight, but you have to plan for your future and build a healthy drug-free lifestyle. Pay attention to your diet, eat nutritious meals, and get plenty of rest. If you have developed any health issue during active addiction, You may want to work with your healthcare provider to resolve those issues. Feeling better physical is also going to improve your self-esteem. Have you to stop using drugs. That's all for this afternoon. Thank you, sir.